might be quitting my job. I might be moving away. You'll never know, maybe I'm leaving today. I might be changing my mind. I might be losing my grip on everything, baby. I'm switching up the shift. So, bye-bye, American dream. The same one they sold to my family. Well, I got a plan to get out clean. Say bye-bye, American dream. Yo, I might be coming back home. I might be giving up fast. My tail between my legs, or maybe I'm kicking your ass. I might be full of shit, I might be full of myself. I know I'm not too old, but baby, I'm still not in good health. So, bye-bye, American dream. The same one they sold to my family. Well, I got a plan to get out clean. Say bye-bye, American dream.
I test 1, 2.
I just need a
Hello. Welcome. So, thank you for joining us back on the stream tonight. It's going to be a little bit of a weird stream. We're going to be doing a little bit of world design. I'm going to show you what we've done so far this week, and go through a little bit of the plan. We are changing as we go along, and things come out. I've got a few assets that I purchased from the Unreal Marketplace. Just putting together some assets onto a world and going through that, and just trying to get something in place, like a little bit of a prototype really, and we go from there. So let's get over to the live screen, and here we are on this one. Guys, if you are joining us tonight, don't forget to put a little thing in the chat. Just say that you joined us. Tell me where you're from. Tell me what you're doing. I know last stream the music was a little bit too loud, so we're going to turn that down a little bit, and we're going to get everything done and on world design. So, as you can see, we've got some houses and stuff like that down. Bring that over. Bring that into there, I think. I'm gonna bring that over there. Perfect. There we go. So I've got my. So kind of want to. So I'm just sorting out my second monitor because I want to get this across. There we go. And we're going to bring that one down there. Bring you. Just bring you up. So I've got kind of a little place where I can put stuff. Go from there. Right, no, we don't want that. I don't know what's going on. Sorry, guys. Bear with me. I'm just sorting out the. It keeps jumping. Just sorting out. So I've got some assets that I'm working for, and just how I have stuff set up. Because I like to see my assets, and also just got me chat up as well, so I can see stuff on there. So have a look what we've got now. So if I zoom out a little bit, we've got our map. So one of the assets that I got was Polyuniverse, which gives us a map. Well, I say a map. It's a load of static meshes and bits and bobs that we can place down. So we're just kind of kitting it out, built sort of the bridge and the design. So one thing we're going to be working on is just mapping out these sort of areas and getting everything down and doing all this. Everything that's the black over here is going to be water eventually, and we've got a little bit of a neighborhood going on here and those little bits. If you do join us in tonight, I still don't know how. That's my chat. Ah, right. Okay. If you are joining us tonight, don't forget to join us in the chat. We've got our supermarket here. So we'll be building this out. So a full interactive supermarket. And then we've got a little car dealership going on over here. Smart convenience. With some cars. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be hitting out do we cut out this? Let's have a little bit of a run round. So we just got the third person template just jumping around, so something we can walk around, get scales from. Sort of grass is, see, I don't know whether to update the grass so that it's a lot smaller. I mean, that is the grass being hip high. That's wild. We've got enterable buildings. Yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into foliage. We're gonna grab all the grass materials. And we are going to, what are we going to do? Not as the offset, scaling. Go on then. We'll go 0.2 to 0.5. And then we're going to select all. Does that select just them? No, it doesn't. Reapply. You guys actually go again. I want to go here. Select all. Reapply. It's not letting me change it on that. I can't remember how I done it last time. Uniform. Hard to remember how to do it. The offset is nice. It's on the scale on the X. Material, right? So that's what it's colored. Color distance. So, interesting. Why? Does that not change it? Yeah, it's not. It's weird. Not quite sure why that's doing that. Okay. It's a lot better and a lot. Interesting. If anyone knows in the chat why it's not changing it now. Like a refresh button. Deselect, select all, deselect, select. Reapply. How bizarre. Yeah, it's not doing what I want it to do. I have to repaint that, I think. Yeah, because it is very, very noticeable. Very, very noticeable. Right. What? So let's go on to this then. Let's see. What can we put? Let's get a shop. Build a shop out. I'm going to put a door here. I'm going to go here and here. Here and here. Here and here. And that's not quite right. Just gonna get that in there, and then that one can come across. That one's not quite right, so that can go there. Not that. Just you there. Yeah, that's not quite right, is it? Okay, so we're just going to get that over there and there. It's not sitting right. Interesting. Can you do that? And this is the painstaking part of doing everything manually yourself. But I tried going procedural on this sort of stuff, and I just couldn't get anything that I liked. Really bugging me. So, being my first commercial release, I wanted it to be right. And I wanted to use assets in a way they're meant to be used for. I was listening to an interview yesterday, I think it was, from another dev talking about assets and astigmatism with assets. Yeah, it's not right. Oh, we'll go over the top of it, actually. That should be fine. Yeah, using assets in their projects. And it got me thinking, and now I could be completely wrong about this with assets, but in a commercial studio, you would have a 3D modeler who would be designing you assets, and those assets you would then use in your game. So what's the difference between having a 3D modeler that you're paying on a team than buying assets that have been made by a 3D modeler on a marketplace to then use in a game? There's no difference there, so there shouldn't be any issues with using those assets. Like, don't get me wrong, you get your asset flippers who are blatantly just taking a pack, and I've seen it so many times with the packs that I'm using, these Cinti packs and these polygon packs, but they're taking it and minimum to no work going in and placing it on the marketplace on Steam. And this is why we're indie developers are getting a bad rap, because those games, and it's nothing they're doing. Now, do I want that, or do I want a low wall? Like a front. Like that's a front, isn't it? And we're gonna go here. Okay, I'm gonna stick with that actually. Glass panel. Going 90 degrees on that one. Ah. It's too big. Guarantee. Who are these? All right. Interesting. Interesting. What we got here? Ground trim corner. That's for that. Shutters. Posters. Door opening. Have a look at what we have here. A window box. It's a booth. Elevator. Shop fronts. Windows. Large door opening. Which makes me think I could potentially put this up high. No, that's not going to work. That's again not going to work. So let's build out something now. This is like a little fast food restaurant. I keep doing that. So I learned something today. If I hold down V, I can connect it to the vertices. There, which makes it a little bit easier for snapping. So we're going to go half pillar height. No, we don't want that. On a pillar base, no. Pillar base. Ah, there we go. What we got on the side? Yeah. Rid of that. Bring in the pillar base here. And then we want a wall, don't we? Floor combined. What is this? Uh-huh. That's you in. What I'm just doing here is I'm just creating a palette of things. So I know I want the opening, want that opening, want a glass panel here, then kind of want the wall to go in and across here for another glass panel there. Building out. Oh, this is set back, so we're going to have tables and stuff out here. We're going to go back to that distance there with that one. And then we're going to change the wall. This is going to be a single sort of fast food joint. So over here, where it's going to be brick, is going to be where the fast food restaurant part is going to be. So we're going to get a wall, which is this one. Gonna be it. Just double check. That works. I'm actually going to get rid of that there. So I can bring this closer. Closer. And kind of at that kind of height. half wall here. That. Kind of want to bring that there to there. Go B again. Just double check that has gone into place. Perfect. We do a full there. And back down. So this is kind of a little bit of level design, world building. I do enjoy world building. That works there. Gives me a little bit there maybe. Using that corner. And then we can go into here. So. And get that as close as possible. Can get a little bit closer here, I think. Go there. Get one tile there. So, perfect. Just make sure that seam is not kind of in the way. Yeah, it's perfect. Just double check that one. Cross. Pick up. Yeah, perfect. And alt again. Delete. So without editing anything, we come to there. So what does this look like? Yeah, it crushes the normals and the pattern. So if we go to our half height, break that off. Let's see if we can get it. Be. Not picking up those spaces, which is annoying. We're going to have to manually. I think that looks quite good. This shot coming together. Now this is where we're going to find out if this works or not. I don't think it does. Frustratingly, it's a little bit too wide on. Bring you over. See if I a little bit. I'll sort you out by going fine. See if I don't get any seam, and also I'm right on there. Let's get the gonna put that thing there. No, I don't like that. Just continue just going out with this. Go like that, a bit like that. do we? We've got that scene there. Ah. Annoyingly, doesn't quite fit. What we're going to have to do is do that again. No Z fighting. Only a little bit of Z fighting. I could go up to a 14-1 maybe. Solves that. Gets that through, and then we are cooking on gas a little bit. So we want to try and get to this line here. Gives us a lot of space. Play with inside this little fast food restaurant. So I'm not going to get to that line. What I'm going to do is I'm going to end it there. Bring it back here and just pop it there. It's all sorted, and going from there we can have a little menu here. Side seating. Go to and we'll try this again. Okay. If we got half one quick, we can grab. Let's just have a look. We're gonna have to work one out into there. That works perfectly well. Just get this back door added. These there. I believe we need another half gas there. Not quite. Doesn't quite get us there. Hopefully, if I find these up a little bit. Okay. A little bit of a happy song. So we did get copyrighted last time I streamed, and that was because I had some music on. That did tell me it was royalty free, and evidently not. That works out. So we're now saying I want that one. Right. Get that there. This one across. Need just one more. Good guess. Or shell. Maybe I'm not. Very quick. Amazing. Right. So this we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the beer one? Copy that there. It's not in through there. See if I in. No. Now what we want to do is this. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put it up because this one is double-sided, so we can use it as a sealant. It worked. A lot of these like that. Look like it's that one. So if I go pretty much That engine works there. Have we got any roofs or any sort? Got skylights. Oh, this one's finished over here. This took me like 6 hours to do. Got all different bits and bobs, so let's get the okay. And just get it in. Done over here now. Yeah, right. Okay. Bring you over here. You next up. Wasn't it? Yeah. I can make it look a bit more natural. Right, and then I'm gonna go through here and just go from there. Anyone does join us in the chat, don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button. Easy for me to say, I know. All helps the algorithm. So I'm creating this game as a commercial project. My aim is to get either the finished product or at very minimum a demo out for Steam Next Fest next year. And that for me will be a success. Whether it is successful or not, yet to be succeed. But me getting this demo out is going to be a huge achievement. So we're just doing the top bit of it in here. I'm going to change the tiles. This food bit's going to be. Does these look like scaled now? Yeah, that's not awful. I can try and get them. Hitting the fruit there. There. Shit. That looks rubbish. What to do here? What we could do that. C file. There we go. Not perfect. Nearly perfect. God, what's this? Jesus. Change that over straight away. Might send people sleeping. Very dark, very quick. Okay, so we've got the interior sorted out the exterior here on there. Shout out to the Zero watching. But it's fine. Oh, oh, shot that massively then. Yeah. This one over here. Okay, and our final one is going to be this one. There we go. Like that. Perfect. So let's have a look at maybe let's go. Air conditioning unit. This up here. Down. And then actual unit. So there we go. Go this one. Okay. Did I? No, I didn't. Messed up. Got a road marking. Okay. Oh, this over here is a little motel that I'm working on for everyone. So this is probably where you're going to start out. Not here. This is going to be quite an upgrade. No, you might start here. So you start over in this corner. Where do I put me? That's it. A little bit. Okay, have we got no table? No. Okay. Perfect. Easy, that's what we want. Seating. Yeah, so. Sided one, yeah, it's gonna bring you over there. Here, here. You over there. Over in the UK, this is how sort of like our American diners look like, with a big row of booth seats. tables and chairs all littering a back row. No right reason, a bit like this. Kind of like you've got no option but to sit with whoever sat next to you. And we want chairs, don't we? Red bone. Yeah, let's go booth then. Like that. You can go like that in the middle of these. Figure out what chair to use. Tablecloths. How bizarre. Be one of these. That's really high. I think I'm going to scale these down slightly. Well, design booths. You in there? You in there? We're just trying to get a idea of how gameplay is going to work. And here, let's get counter. American style kind of room. Is it meant to be that? Is it meant to be? For me, that's weird. It doesn't match that aesthetic, does it? Almost let's go that way. Then you got back down. Just container, that's a food. Just gonna pop that tiny little bit. It just needs to go that way, like onto it. Do. Let's have a look. Bridge. Open up, move on. Got a bridge there. Just trying to see if I've got commercial. Grill? That works. New here. It's back wall can have 2 grills. What are you? Skeleton of some sort. Fair enough. What else? description. Like a prep area. You enough. You over here. Go up there. Put some outdoor space in. You there, and then you there. You there, actually. Counter. You can fit through that way. That, or do we want that? Beef air fryers. Go, and I have a fridge drawer. All of this can be interactable, which is nice. Get that all interactable, and we'll set up the blueprints for it. Slightly, there you go. It's only rough at the moment. You can get cold store. Soda machine there. Pizza ovens. Oh, you've got quite a lot here, haven't you? There. You're going to cut up your meat. Let's just do a counter again, because I know they had a deli counter there. So counter. On four. Yeah, it was like this, wasn't it? Yeah. Right. Perfect. That's right. So you got a little place to sit. Just going to play from here and just have a look, see how it is. It does need a little bit of optimizing, whereas sitting around 60 frames per second. A few more frames, but this is with everything in there. Can't get. They need to be a little bit way up. Drops frames massively there. Though, nice reflection on the windows, and there we get a couple of chairs outside. Let's have a look and see. Quite a lot of fireworks going off tonight. Interesting. I like fireworks. I'm a fan of fireworks. Are you a fan of fireworks? Let me know in the chat if you're a fan of fireworks. I say chat really, really weird. I just noted this. Chat. There we go. So we got our little fast food. Well, our little restaurant. I wouldn't say a fast food restaurant. A couple of umbrellas here. Okay, so we're going to go into a universe, I think. Measures, buildings. We'll go in here. And nanite off on that one, so it actually looks alright, works better. So I am going to put a row of these houses here. We put them over there. Yeah, I'm actually going to put them there. I think that's the best place for them. Those back windows are not going to get a decent view though. leave the car park. Good go. Yeah. Maybe not. There. Put that there. Put the cinema there. Actually. Yep, there. Ah, new cinema. Which I'm not going to put that. I think it's just a side rail. So, I'll park this in. Put cinema here. Amazing. And then go to what I might do is I might double that up. What buildings have we got? What have we got? Commercial mid. So yeah, that works. Need something low. Actually. That. Oh, no. Bring you to there. Okay. So I'm just creating like an alleyway. Yeah. Create some separation. Let's get that one there. little shots in. Too big. That's perfect. Extend up one. Here for a second. Right, we need a few of these shops then. Let's go for you. Too big. You. Too big again. Perfect. Right. 180 on that. Go 180 again, and we're gonna lock that. That is a restaurant. There's the bloody stores. The restaurant. Obviously, a lot of this is going to turn into blueprints that we can reuse. Yeah. Amazing. That's really good, man. Really happy with that. So the city is starting to come together a little bit. Actually find that. No, it's doing this really weird thing at the moment. Whereas if I turn it off, it looks better. Right. How long have we been going for? An hour and 48 minutes. So let's do a little bit of a recap what we've got. So we've got our houses. Obviously, at the moment, these are just static message, so I've not put any doors on them as of yet because I'm going to be creating the blueprint. I need to work on the grass, so I'm just gonna. I've got a Trello board going as well, so where is my? Let's just get you up. Fix it. Grass meshes too high. We're just going to bring that there. So we've got our grass meshes too high. And we've got our supermarket, superstore. Which all have gonna, well, shopping mall. Can have different little bits and bobs. Got a cinema. Row of shops going on here. Some more houses. Going up there with the back alleys. And then if we zoom out, we go over here. We've got a prison being made currently. And also we've got a little abandoned area all destroyed. So this is where the city used to be. All these houses are destroyed. All rubble. All those bits. And you can connect via these tunnels. Go through this one as well. Goes a bit dark, but go through all through there. And that one will come out from there. Into farmland that's yet to be developed. And then you take the big road across into the city. Where you got your big supermarket, little car dealership. So we have a couple of these dotted around, all different cars that you can buy and sell, and you can purchase that building as well. So that is going to be it for today's stream. just an update of where we're at and what we're doing. And I'll carry on working throughout the week on different bits and bobs, and I'll give you an update next week. Thank you ever so much for joining us. If you're watching this post the live stream, so I'm not when it's not live, don't forget to drop a little comment in the comment section. Any ideas you think that might work for this sort of style, anything that I'm doing majorly wrong, let me know. And join us next Saturday at 7 o'clock for our little stream. Take care.